What's up, gamers? It's Brandon again with esports.gg with another preview of Marvel Rivals Season 1. You might have saw our Battle Pass overview as well as our look at Mr. Fantastic. Well, now we're going to check out his counterpart, his wife, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. So just like we did with Mr. Fantastic, we're going to check out how your store will look when Season 1 goes live. The Invisible Woman has a Malice skin right when she arrives in Marvel Rivals. So let's take a look at the bundle. So here's the skin everyone's been talking about. Malice for the Invisible Woman. We'll give it one turn, because I don't want you guys to get the wrong idea here. There. Eyes on me. Up here. Anyways, there's the skin. Here comes the MVP animation you get alongside it in the bundle. I mean, what can I say? You know, onto the emote. Inner Turmoil. That's actually pretty cool. Kind of zombie-like movements. Kind of reminds me of how Wanda was moving in Multiverse of Madness. Then, of course, you have the nameplate. You have the spray. All right, so here we are in the practice range. Let's pull up her ability page first to kind of see what we're dealing with. So her basic attack is the orb projection. It does actually come back to the Invisible Woman, kind of like a boomerang. Then you'll see the team up ability there with her husband, Mr. Fantastic. I assume it's going to happen with all of the Fantastic Four when they arrive. Gives them the ability to get bonus health and a shield. Furthermore, we have her Guardian Shield she can place in front of teammates. She does get a double jump, which actually turns her invisible. Her Covert Advanced passive is activated that way, as well as just being disengaged from a fight. She can be invisible, and it does provide healing over time if she escapes from a battle with just a little bit of health left. Then there's the Agile Strike, the V 3-hit combo. The third attack will launch enemies. That's sort of like Moon Knight's with his batons. Then there's the E, Force Physics. You know, you can pull an enemy forward or launch them away from you depending on, you know, the situational needs. Psionic Vortex, it's a shield, a bubble shield of sorts. It kind of looks like it, but it doesn't heal. It actually, you place it down and it pulls enemies to the center while also drawing health from them. Then her ultimate, the Invisible Boundary. You might have seen that in the trailer. She places a giant shield down, a force field that turns every ally in it invisible. Provides healing over time. Enemies in it are slowed. So this is honestly probably one of the best ultimates, aside from Luna's and, you know, Mantis. This one might be a real game changer if people start getting the hang of how it works. So let's take a look at them in action here. All right, so you see her passive here. She's out of the battle. She is invisible. She can't be seen. If she was damaged, it would heal her over time. If you do walk into the path of an enemy and get shot, that invisibility will disappear. See that there. But now let's do the double jump. Invisible, healing, boom. Now we'll take a look at her basic attack. Launches it forward, see how it does come back. So you can actually hit multiple enemies at once with this if they're lined up. And it does basically 2 hits each time if they stay in the line. So that's actually a pretty decent attack, especially for a strategist. There she goes, invisible again. Next, we will do her shield, or alt fire. That's the right click. Places a shield in front of the ally. There's no cooldown on it, so you can just place it in front of anybody until it goes down. I mean, there's a cooldown once it gets destroyed, but you can place it over and over again in front of your allies. All right, then we'll look at her left shift. You place it down here. Pulls the enemy into it. Takes away plenty of their health. They get pulled towards the center and get damage dealt over time while they're inside of it. It's typically not enough to kill an enemy fully with just one, but if they're hurt, or if you have somebody next to you that can finish them off, or even yourself while you're, you know, taking it to them, it's a pretty decent ability to kind of stall somebody's push or to control the crowd a little bit. All right, let's go towards her Agile Strike now. See, bounced it up. It's a couple of hits, and then a Psionic Strike sends them back with that push. That might be pretty useful if somebody tries to rush into you and you know, you have another healer that's on you, preventing you from dying, and you can kind of give yourself some space. All right, on to her ultimate, the Q, the last one we're going to take a look at. Any ally within the shield turns invisible and receives healing over time. Enemies outside of it cannot see them while they're inside the bubble. If the enemy does enter, it slows them while they're inside, but they will be able to see your teammates if they do enter your shield. It doesn't last too long, but still, it's a great way to kind of make a stand and stay alive if you have to wait for allies to return to the battlefield, or if you're kind of given that final push and need that extra momentum, that extra healing, that extra capability of finishing the round.
Disappear!
So there you see, it's kind of a large distance. Like I said, it doesn't last forever, but it is a large distance that your teammates can just kind of gather up in and withstand a ton of damage, because the healing is quite great as it heals over time everybody that's inside of it. So now we're going to take Invisible Woman into a quick match with the Malice skin so you can see how everything works in a live environment. Alright, I will preface this that we are up against AI bots in this lobby. I couldn't find anything queuing in the quick match on the test server, so I just joined up with some others. The purpose is just to show you how Invisible Woman works in a live game environment. So you saw me place the ult down there. These hard level bots are kicking our butts right now. Let me focus, let me lock in. We'll show you how things are done with this new character in Marvel Rivals Season 1.
Armed and dangerous!
Alright, got my first kill. We got to get rid of these low-key totems. Give a shield. The tanks are running in too quick to do anything with the shield. It works really best on range characters who plan on standing still. Get rid of these onks. Just make sure I'm getting my healing going. I missed with that completely, but... Alright, so we just countered their ult with our ult. Let's see how it works in terms of time comparison. Yeah, so theirs lasts a lot longer than ours. Okay, not a lot longer, but maybe a second or two longer than what ours does. Alright, here we go. We're getting the point. We're getting the point. Another kill for me. Another kill for me. You see how it does come back? Doesn't have too much range, but it does have the boomerang effect. Throw that to pull them back. These hard mode bots, they know what they're doing more so than some regular players. Root the carry there. There we go. He got taken out, but...
The moon haunts you. I unleash the Vishanti's power. I destroy them.
What was that? Get on the point, though, for now. These guys need to use the shield. We gotta stay on the point. Give us a little bit of help. Okay. The Magneto shield does block the Psionic burst. So it not only blocks the damage, but it blocks the pull too. So that's something important to know. Probably same works for Strange. I imagine it works for the Invisible Woman shield on an enemy. So that's good to know. Let's make this push and stay on the point. Get ourselves that next position. So that doesn't have too much range on it. These guys need to back up. Knight's giving it to him. Her cooldowns are not very long, though. She can get everything pretty quickly. Well, we lose. It happens. Alright, so we got a Captain America fight going on here. Looks like you can deal damage and heal at the same time. So you can send your attack forward to heal an ally, and if there's an enemy behind them, it'll bounce through and it'll hit them. So you can do heal damage all with the same click. That's pretty cool. Try and get him out of there, get some heals down. Let's get this Thor out of here. Alright, Thor's down. Let's start pushing. Alright, I'm invisible. I'm going to sneak past him and start capping. Do they know? Yeah, the cat bot's coming after me.
I am ready to put on
Nope,
a
he's
show.
running. Alright.
To victory!
We got the point, though.
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Okay. Well, I guess her invisibility is pretty good. We're just kind of sneaking around, kind of like Psylocke. It doesn't have a time limit on it, though. As long as you don't do an action or get hit, you can just be invisible behind him and nobody will have any idea.
I hate to admit it no more. Clear the way.
So that's really good to get tanks off your back if they're pushing.
Let me guess, your name was friends? Disappear! Vortex field! No worries, I've got your back. A little help, please. Mind the exploding plasma! I always wanted to play Budokan. Be your best self.
For one thing, I'll repeat it, those AI bots are way harder than playing against actual players on this test server. But there's your first look at the Invisible Woman coming to Season 1 of Marvel Rivals. Let us know what you think about her kit and if you plan on manning her when she arrives in the game.